this?
I mean, everybody feels good this time of the year. The thing that's most positive, I would say, for the most part, we had pretty good attendance. We had the majority of our guys here for the duration. And I think that, it's been fun to kind of watch how these guys grow, especially guys maybe going in their second year. They're so much further along than they were a year ago, and that's some of the conversations that we have. And then getting the new guys in, getting them acclimated to how we do things and the standards that we have here. And so, but you got to continue to work. Just because we're done now, it goes on to the next phase. And now we have like 40 days roughly before the start of training camp, and you can't take your foot off the gas for 1 second in this league, because if you do, people are going to bypass you. So we got to keep pushing. These guys are going to they shoulder most of that responsibility in regards to how they go about training and taking care of their bodies and doing the things that they need to do to be ready to go when we get back here for the start of camp.
Was that exactly, or almost exactly, the message you gave them in the huddle today? It was much
shorter. I feel like we've been kind of talking about this stuff for a while now. But I mean, bottom line is you got to work. I don't know anything easy that's worthwhile in life that comes easy without putting in the work. And so, but those guys got to take it to heart. I mean, ultimately, it's up to each individual to put in that work to come back and be in a better place, and then collectively, hopefully that adds up.
At the end of today's session, so that's like Milwaukee's last practice, right? And did you present him something today?
Yeah, so the guy signed a helmet for him, and certainly, obviously, and like, I think I can speak for everybody within our football space, just how appreciative we are of Mark and the kind of leader that he is. And I think as great of a leader as he is, he's an even better man. And just, appreciative of the opportunity to be a part of this great organization, and certainly has changed my life, my family's life. But I also I love the way he leads. I mean, he's going to let you do your job, and but he's also there, and he's very supportive all along the way through the good times and the not so good times. So, he's very special to, I think, all of us here.
Matt, even though you talked about the limitations throughout this, minicamp and OTH, you did, challenge to still be sharp, executing-wise and technique. When those 2 minutes and some of the red zone stuff you worked on, was it at least at that level that you wanted to see?
Yeah, again, I mean, it's not real football right now. There's no pads on, so, it's just more or less these guys got to be ready to roll when we come back. Was it July 22nd? And then we'll have some of the guys are going to be coming back a few days early. We'll have the quarterbacks, the rookies, and some of our injured players. It's a pretty long list, so we'll have about half the team back here a little bit early.
What's the biggest goal for yourself this offseason, these 5 weeks?
My biggest goal? Mm-hmm. I think it's always to kind of, you do want to get away a little bit and recharge the battery, because we know what's in front of us. And so I think it's a great opportunity. The one thing I love about just especially being in the NFL is not that you don't unplug from everything, but it does give you a chance, an opportunity to really connect with your family. And I think that's important for all of us. But you still want to stay connected, even though you might not be seeing everybody on a daily basis. And that's one of the priorities, is to make sure you stay connected with everybody.
You mentioned injuries. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but Quay within in practice, we didn't see him, and also Rasheed, Banks, and Jaden didn't practice again. Any concern for first day of training camp for those?
I would say hopefully not.
Quay scooted past us yesterday since he has to make the trip from upstairs to wherever he's going. Did something happen to him during the offseason program and just
I wouldn't say it was during the off-season program. I think there was some just residual effects from the season.
what are your expectations for him? I mean, he suffers that ankle injury, maybe that's what it is, in Seattle, but it seemed like he had really turned the corner in those games leading up to that.
Yeah, I think we collectively have high expectations for him. He's a guy that I think just going into year 2 of this system, he's mentally much further along and having just a foundation of playing in this league now for a few years. And he's played some really good football. So I think the challenge is not only for him, but every player is how consistently can you go out there and play your best football? And I expect him to be ready to go and play his best ball this season.